This is our picky daughter Sophie, and she absolutely loved the spaghetti that we made. So if this kid will eat it now,
and
your kid will eat it, and I know you'll love it too. Alright, we are really hungry, at least I am, but the other day Cecy made something that was absolutely amazing, and we just had to put together a video to share with you all, and we're going to show you how to make a really awesome spaghetti sauce that is a tomato-less spaghetti sauce, which almost doesn't sound like it could be possible, and then some noodles that, what's the special thing about the noodles?
well, first of all, they are like flourless, so they are grain-free, they are gluten-free, and they're just a lot more healthy and more fiber for, it's better for you.
And they only take like 4 minutes to get ready. But this part of the video is just to be the noodles. On the next video to come is going to be the recipe for the spaghetti sauce. So let's get started.
Alright, so we're going to do this pasta with a stand-up mixer. Okay, the ingredients are really easy. We're going to have it below. So we are going to start with like 1 cup. I measure everything real quick. So it's 1 cup of almond flour. We're using the super fine. This is 1 cup of Tapioca Starch.
They may not have this brand at Publix, but
Yeah.
Publix does sell Tapioca Starch.
Right. And then we have 1 cup of ArrowRoot, which is, they will have the same kind of tapioca.
Yeah, the same brand also makes tapioca.
It is
And
very fluffy.
This you got from Publix, right?
I'm gonna put all the dry ingredients. Okay, this is about 2 teaspoons of salt. We're using pink Himalayan salt, and then we are using 1 teaspoon of Xanthan gum, which sounds like Satan, but it's gonna bind. It's gonna bind all the ingredients together. So there you go. Doesn't low. Okay, just like a few seconds so everything mixes in. Okay, we are using 3 eggs, and I actually gonna go ahead and put it in a separate container so I can do a little slightly, what you call it, beating. Yeah, we're gonna beat the eggs. Now we're using pasture raised eggs, but I guess you can just use whatever you have.
The pasture-raised eggs with omega-3 if you're doing the Dr. Gundry Plant Paradox eating plan.
As it's mixing. Okay. I just put in number 2. Go ahead and so we got your dried ingredients. Now we're gonna add your wet ingredients. If you need to slow it down, you can, because at first it's really fluffy. This is 2 tablespoons of you can use olive oil, but I'm using avocado oil, which is perfect too. And we have, this is 2 tablespoons of water. Okay, once you see everything like mixing all together, let it mix it. You can't over mix this recipe because it's not gluten, it doesn't have gluten. Now it's gonna be a little sticky and almost like a bowl. So once you got everything mixed in, maybe like less than a minute. Okay, you gotta clear up your space while you do that, because you're gonna put it on your table.
2 hours later.
You need to add tapioca starch or flour to your counter, because otherwise it'll be really sticky. So we're gonna dump our dough right there. You see? You can use it in your hands and doesn't stick as much. Okay. It's nice and soft. Okay. We are gonna divide the dough in four, and we're gonna work one at a time, and you keep the other, you only work with one, and you keep everything in a bag so it doesn't dry. You don't want your dough to get dry, so you're just gonna keep it there. We are gonna do this. I'm gonna show you two ways of making this dough. One without a noodle maker, and the other one with.
Alright, in order to show you how easy this is to make, Cecy's going to have me do the noodles the hard way for the people that do not have a noodle maker. So stand by and watch how I can even make noodles. Alright, we're going to roll this out as flat as we can get it. And this is kind of your choice, how thin or thick you want to make them. It's not going to be perfect, but this will work. I'm making more of like a fettuccine noodle.
Okay, well, Nick is working so hard on those noodles. I got this water ready to go. We put 3 bay leaves of this. It gives it so much flavor, like a lot of good flavor. And I will put like a tablespoon of avocado oil and 1 tablespoon of salt. Okay, and once it's boiling, you're ready to put in your noodles.
Alright, so we have all the noodles cut, and yes, there's going to be some that are not a weird shape, but that's just how it goes when you're not using a noodle cutter.
Okay, this is ready to go. 4-minute timer.
A few inches later.
Alright, the noodles are finished. You see, these are pretty thick noodles because these were hand cut noodles and hand rolled by me. My wife told me I rolled them a little too thick, but it's my first time noodling.
Okay, so before you start using your next bowl to work with, you have to put your more starch powder. As always, stretch it out, and we are gonna run it through our noodle maker.
Please help me understand something. So, yuca is the same thing as tapioca flour?
Tapioca, manioca,
Okay,
yuca.
she speaks Spanish and me speak English. So, but tapioca flour comes from yuca, which is a root, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I know, because I know if I'm not sure, they may not be sure either. So I just want to square that away. Thank you for telling me.
So what I do here with my tapioca yuca flour, I fold it, like I stretch it and fold it a few times, like a little baby wrap, like a burrito wrap. That is not good. So fold it over with plenty of flour, starch,
And lots of love.
and go ahead and run you in. This is the biggest setting, so the wider. So just push it in there, and don't do that. And it's gonna come out a little funny, and I'm gonna fold it again because it's also mixing it. And then I'll put it back again. And you'll see it, once you do it maybe a few times, it'll come out really nice and smooth. So every time you do it, you fold it over a couple times, and you will start from the other angle. Now this is not your typical gluten flour, so it takes just a couple more steps to be pasta ready. Okay?
Well, gluten's more like the coagulator that usually like holds things together where it doesn't fall apart.
Right.
And since this has no gluten, that's why it takes extra steps, right?
That's right.
See, I'm learning. I could cook now.
What? Alright, so you see, you get it through, and it's coming out really nice and smooth. It's getting there at least. I'll say, just make sure you put more flour, and we're gonna do it one more time, and that should be it. So I went over How many times you said? Maybe 3, 4. Whatever time it takes to make it smooth. Because you can feel it too. It's like a doughy. And then once you... Sorry. Okay, now we go fold it over like that. And this is going to be our very last roll. So everything will be together there. So you see, now it's nice and smooth. I say this recipe gets really moisture. So you want to make sure it's not sticky, and it's not. Okay? So you'll grab it. Turn it on. You want to do the engine?
Oh, going to the
It catch it.
But wait, now we're doing fettuccine.
I was looking at him and it catch it.
She was aiming for the angel hair, but accidentally got it caught in her
But
fettuccine.
look at it, it's coming out. And it's perfect. We're planning to do this one too, but we can always roll it and go back to the angel.
We'll have some of all.
Okay.
A few moments later.
Alright, so these noodles are finished. And here are the most amazing, healthy, delicious noodles you will ever eat. Alright, now we're about to roll out a sheet of the dough. And we'll let the kids come in here. And we have some cookie cutters. We're going to let them cut out the shapes they want and cook their own pasta.
Now wiggle, once you put it there, wiggly wiggly.
Alright, so here are all of our shapes. We're about to go throw in the boiling water.
Don't be fast.
One eternity later.
Alright, well, I hope you all enjoy this really awesome, delicious recipe that Cecy helped come up with. And I'm about to go feed my belly because I have a plate that's sitting right here that I'm anxious to eat. And then we gotta clean up.
And then it's cleanup time, yay! Well, I hope you enjoy. Click the button, subscribe. We're coming out with a lot more recipes. They are very healthy and catered to.
The Plant Paradox Eating Plan. We're gonna start doing a lot more that are from Dr. Gundry's cookbook, as well as my wife likes creating a lot of her own things, so she'll take different pieces from his cookbook and make some more unique recipes as well, like this one here. And also, make sure you do subscribe because this sauce is the next recipe we're publishing, and you will want to try this sauce because it is the only spaghetti sauce without tomatoes I've ever heard of. Especially amazingly tasty.
And it's really good. Not because I make it, because it is good.
But thank you. Have a blessed rest of your day.
Touch. I love basil. So. These are from my garden, by the way.
Alright, so we have fettuccine noodles for me, angel hair for Cecy, stars for Sophie, gingerbread men for Ian, and Karsten. Or I guess have some
We
gingerbread
have a
men.
mixture of all
I
the
guess a combination, right?
yeah.